Okay, so I got myself a set of plastic car ramps. Now, I've never owned plastic car ramps, I've always owned the metal type. So I'm really hoping that these work because, well, I'm going to be under the car and that is not the time to find out that plastic car ramps don't work. I picked these up from Repco, which is one of our more reputable auto stores here in Australia. Cost me about 100 Aussie dollars. And I went with plastic because they are apparently a lot lighter. Well, lifting that up immediately, I can see that they are a lot lighter. Now they jack your car up by, I believe, about 15.5 centimeters. So where your wheel sits in this little area here, it's exactly 15.5 centimeters off the floor. Look, that's enough for me because my car probably stands at probably that same height, maybe another 15 centimeters off the ground. It's not enough to be able to get myself under, but by the time I get to 30 centimeters, I should be able to shimmy under there and do a bit of work, do oil changes and things like that. So they say that these are rated at 1 ton. Now the lady at the shop sort of couldn't tell me whether or not it's 1 ton per wheel or per ramp, but I'd like to think that it's going to be enough, put it that way. I will drive up onto the stands and get a sense of whether or not it's actually going to hold the weight of the car. Looks to me like they've kind of got a bunch of these fins in here to strengthen up the plastic itself. It feels like good quality plastic. This is, not weak. I would think that they've gone to great lengths to get these just right and do a bit of testing. So I've got a Commodore. I think the weight of it is just under 2 tons, somewhere around 1.7 ton. I'm going to be putting these under the front of the car, which you would think would be the heavier end because it has the motor. So we could be really pushing a friendship with that 1 ton limit. But nonetheless, I will pull the car up, get a bit of a sense of whether or not these are strong enough, and get myself under there and start doing a bit of messing about. But I just want to give them a go and see if they work. The only problem if they don't work is that, well, you don't want to find that out when you're under the car. I cannot think of a worse way to go than being under a car and it falling on you. I know it's happened a lot in the past to people. I guess they didn't use car jack stands or anything. I can't see these collapsing. These are rated for this car, so I can't see it happening. Let's give it a try. Now I've got Sonia here who will be taking care of the car jacks. Sonia, you have one job, and that is to make sure they line up with the wheels of the car. Have you got that sorted or what?
This is a big job, but I've got it.
Why are you wearing a bikini?
Well, because I was going to school.
Excellent. So I think they're about right. Remember, 15 centimeters. That should be enough to get me under the car. All right, I'm gonna drive in and you line them up, okay?
Hold right there. Is this when you're gonna come in straight from here?
Yeah.
Okay, hold right there.
And they want to be in line with each other.
You're on the outer edge of them, so I'm just gonna move them out the littlest. Hold on.
Are they sliding?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. You're pushing them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think about the sliding.
Yeah, we need like a block of concrete or something.
I might just need to go quicker. Tell me when I'm straight.
Okay, you're straight. Hold on.
Jump out of the way.
There. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Is that it? Am I in the little groove?
Yeah, the last one. If you go any farther, you're gonna come off.
Okay, so they're up. I think that's a good height. You can definitely get under there and work. All right, I'm impressed. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. That's a whole other thing I'm going to talk about. I rushed that and now the paint is peeling. Don't get me started. So I'm going to use the jack that comes with the VF Commodore. I've never actually used this. It's just a... Jeez, it's a complicated fucking system. Anyway, it's all tucked away in the back. This is the wagon, so under the back tailgate where the spare tire is, you got to sort of dig this out a bit. But I am definitely going to use this simply because, you know, it wouldn't feel right getting under a car. I'm sure these are fine, but it's just not something you want to chance. So I'll tell you what, how the hell? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, this is my my car jack winder, I suppose. Has that got grease on it, or is that just, no, that's just paint. That's fine. So I'm just going to pick a spot, probably under the frame rail here, that can give me a bit of... I mean, if these things fell, there's just no, you know, there's nowhere to go. So it's worth having a couple of, like I said, bit of an insurance policy if that does happen. So that you know where you stand. All right, I'm gonna jump under there and we'll see if it's enough to work with. Just for doing oil changes and things like that, you wouldn't be dropping out a clutch. You can definitely get in there pretty good. You know, it's still gonna be a bit tight, but I can access anything I want to under here. The other thing of these is they've got this feature of having this kind of, you know, area that you roll into so you can feel like the car's pretty solid where it is. I'm on a flat surface here. They're not rolling out of there. Obviously you're going to put your handbrake on, but they're not going anywhere. They feel pretty good. They're really light. They're not stackable. They don't stack inside of each other, but they don't take up much space. Just the metal ones, they're a bit, well, they were more expensive actually. I do have a set of metal car ramps, but these just seemed like a good idea because they were light, easy enough to store on a shelf. They don't, well, they're not going to rust, so I guess they'll last a lifetime. And they seem to hold a Commodore VF quite nicely, the SV6. So there you go, plastic car ramps.